You got me all fixed up now?
Yes.
Because they just saw this out here.
I know.
Got all the dust off me, the
know
little hairs and the
They
lint.
know I care.
All right, welcome to Tough and Tender. I'm your host, Rick Drayson, along with Ina Tuller, my co-host. And today we have a couple on. We don't do this very often, but we have a couple on who are friends of ours, a magician and mind readers, and this is Jeff and Kimberly Bornstein.
Hey, Rick.
I'm really glad you guys are here because...
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Oh, man. I've been wanting to do this for so long, you have no idea.
Don't let you can read mine.
Oh, that's right. My thoughts right now are about my toes and why they smell like they do. No, you were featured on Masters of Illusion, and I've seen your shows and what you can do, and it's just amazing. But you met, but this is about relationships, and we're going to do a little bit about the magic, but you met how? Because this is really kind of unique. Tell us about how you met.
Well, you want to tell them, or? Okay, I will. Perfect. Hey, look.
Just say on. Do you want me to say online?
Go ahead.
Okay, well, we met online. We met on Match.com.
Yeah.
I'm originally from Oklahoma.
No.
And he's from here in California.
Yes.
Can I let you?
Oh, that's pretty much it.
I'll let
Thank
you
you.
talk.
Okay.
Good night.
Okay, all right. Okay.
No, so actually, I was headlining a comedy club out in Oklahoma, and I was doing the Match.com thing. I'm not. Is it Match.com?
Yes, it's Match.com.
And
It's not called O-Date?
O-Date?
Yeah, which is from Oklahoma?
Put an H there, yeah.
That'd be called Okie Day.
O-Date.
O-Date.
Oh.
And that's funny. So I'm dating online. Anyone who's ever dated online before, no one looks like they say they do. Nobody.
Except for me.
Except for you, yeah.
I use my high school photo, and I look exactly the same.
And even Photoshopped.
I still use my headshot from when I was 20. No one knows the difference.
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead. I'm sorry.
But your feet were cleaner then. Anyway. So,
You smell right now.
so no one, I signed up for about a month, and 2 weeks, no one's looking like this. Not one person. I'm like, are you serious? One girl showed up. I'm like, this is like well, I think she used your picture. Okay, no disrespect, but it was a prom picture, okay?
And me too, I experienced the exact same thing.
Oh, sure.
You know, a lot of the guys that I met, and it was almost kind of heartbreaking. It was just like I'd meet somebody, and I'd go out with them one time, and they're like, oh, I'll call you, and they would never call me again. And I started thinking, what's wrong with me?
Yeah.
You know, that got so old.
It kind of reminds me
But
of
I didn't tell her
something.
that I was calling, those guys calling her said, if you ever call her again.
That reminds me of if you want to buy a car and you look online, you find a car for sale, they say, oh, it's in perfect shape, the paint's like new, the upholstery's clean, oil's been changed, and you go out and see it, and then you see that the oil hasn't been changed, the upholstery's ripped, it's dented, and the paint is coming off, and it's like the person is the same thing, except part of their hard drive is missing, they don't function properly. So, I mean, you don't always see what you're getting.
Well, you know, it's the difference between a 45 or a DVD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And these were scratched quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Yeah. So no one looked like I said they did, and I figured, okay, and this was when MySpace was big. Yeah. So I figured, okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do.
Where's your space?
My space?
You
I'm
mean
sitting
Match.com?
on it.
Oh, MySpace. Okay, I thought you meant your space.
No,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And we're back. So I figured this is when MySpace was big, and MySpace, this was a really good venue or forum, if you would, to go ahead and get people to come to your venue, whatever you're performing at. So I go, I got this great idea. Let me go ahead and put a blanket statement out. Hey, I'm headlining at the Looney Bin Comedy Club in Oklahoma, blah, blah, blah. And first 10 people get in free, yada, yada, yada. So I just got barraged with emails. Yeah. And I'm thinking, wow, okay, cool. But Kimberly's picture came across. I'm like, wow, okay, let me make this more personal instead of generic. And so I emailed her. I said, can we go ahead and talk on the phone? She said, no. I said, look, I'm not into endless emails. It's yes or no. So I gave her an ultimatum. She said, oh, okay. So we talked for about 2 weeks, and I said, I would love to fly. Well, I'm going to be out in Oklahoma headline. You want to come out? And she said, yeah. Do you want me to come out? She said, yeah. And then I said, you know, I can't wait 3 months, which is how long it's going to be till I had headline out there. And I flew myself out there. We dated long distance for 2 years. And then
we met on August 24th, 2000.
25th.
August 25th, 2005. And I remember whenever I read the email, because it was right whenever I got in from work, and it was like 5 o'clock in the afternoon. I remember all that. It was so crazy.
Except August 25th.
Well, you remember everything because you read minds.
No, she doesn't remember August 25th.
All right, but the thing is, she comes to your show, and the first 10 are free. She's the 11th. You have to charge her.
Actually, it didn't get that far. I didn't want to wait, so I flew her out. We spent the weekend together. It was fantastic.
How did you know, though?
I'm sorry?
I had never been to California before.
She'd never been out of Oklahoma.
Why didn't you want to wait?
Because look.
Well,
But
you know,
you didn't see her before.
No.
You just felt it? Is this what happens? You just had that feeling?
Yeah,
that
it was really cool. I mean, we got some crazy stories. I mean, as inane as it sounds, and I'll jump to that in a second. But so we dated long distance for 2 years, and we found out we had some similarities. It was pretty wild, and as fluffy and as stupid as crazy as it sounds, and it's going to sound really wacky fluffy.
this was the first time whenever I did come to visit, whenever I flew out to Burbank.
We had the same color toothbrush. Okay, big deal. Oral-B, big deal. Okay.
But they were blue,
That's
though.
okay because we use the same toothbrush.
And you use the same toothbrush, right?
The same one I clean the toilet with.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. But see how fluffy that got, right?
Yeah.
But it was like, okay, whatever. We didn't even
have
think
the same
about it.
hairbrush,
And
too.
so we started talking about, we have the same dog. Right?
Yeah.
It's the same dog.
They were both poodles.
We both had poodles.
Yeah.
Black and white poodles. Our poodles growing up
Growing
were
up.
Nicky and Bobo. Her poodles growing up were Nicky and Bobo. I'm like,
Wow.
what are the
No
odds?
way.
We had
Isn't that kinda freaky?
horses. I grew up with horses.
I had horses.
Yeah, we had an Appaloosa.
We had a Palomino.
And they also had Appaloosa, and our Appaloosa name was Goldie. Their Appaloosa name was Goldie. I'm like, get the out of here! Are you serious?
It was just like little
So
things
just little
like
things,
that.
just little things. But then we kind of started thinking, nah, you know. Then I'd go to call her, and she would call me as I'm calling her, and just stuff like that. Just
Does any of this sound familiar to you?
Very. There's a bunch of stuff like we say the same thing, the same time, and calling at the
that
same
camera,
time.
too.
It's like, yeah, I call and I get your voicemail because you're calling me at the same time, right?
it's
a lot of
crazy.
stuff.
Okay.
That you know, it's so crazy. Like whenever we like call each other, and then we'll like pick up on the exact same phone, and I know we'll even send text messages at the same time also. So whenever you're starting to do that, that really gets kind of
This is
freaky.
the same thing that we've been through. It's the same exact thing. So then you figured out how this thing with the magic and the mind reading work out.
Well, you know, going back to whenever I grew up, you know, I never really felt like it was a, you know, like a special gift or anything. I guess you can call it a gift. But it was like I always just felt like I just kind of knew something. It was really hard to explain. I remember riding on the bus one day, thinking to myself, because our bus driver, he was like so crazy. He was such a crazy driver. I remember this huge tree limb. And all of a sudden, I like thought to myself in my mind, I was just like, this tree limb is gonna it's gonna come through the windshield. You know, I was little, but it was like things like that. And sure enough, the whole thing went inside like the windshield inside the bus. And can you imagine your child riding on the school bus? If that was my daughter, I'd probably be like,
You know what this reminds me of?
Nightmare on Elm Street, Part 28.
It reminds me of Final Destination.
Oh, yeah.
It totally was like that because it was
Combined,
like so surreal.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So just things
Little
like
witchy.
that. Yeah, just like seeing
witchy, right?
people, you know, like when they're like doing something, it's just like, now I feel like if this person does this, this is going to happen, and it would kind of happen. Not every time, you know, but it was kind of spooky.
And people
things
knew
like
that you have that special gift. Did you talk to anybody? Like anybody knew that?
She sees dead people. No.
No, I don't see dead
I
people.
mean, like they would ask you questions, or
Well, you know what?
They kind of got
Now she does.
involved in it.
The thing that was like so crazy, like growing up, I was that kid in school that I was that quiet kid. I was the one that was I was withdrawn from everybody. It was like I would like watch people. I would just observe people. You know, I had one best friend in school. Her name was Michelle, and to this day, you know, I still talk to her. I see her on Facebook, and it was kind of weird because now, you know, I
Because of
love
that?
performing. I love meeting people. It's strange now because I was holding so much in all of my life. It was crazy.
So this brought it all out. I was like that too. I had no friends. I joined the NFL as I got older, which was no friends left. And then my whole world opened up, and I started meeting people and accepting them into my life and to my church where I saved them. No, I'm kidding. But you know, being in the entertainment business
does. No friends on Facebook either.
I have no friends on Facebook either.
1.5.
Being in the entertainment business opens your doors to a lot of different people.
Absolutely.
And you have to accept them and meet all types. And it's interesting what you come across.
So you
Oh,
have
true.
like, do you also do business together? Do you work together? I mean,
Yeah, we perform together on stage.
Perform
In
together.
fact, you know, you were asking, you know.
Good question. No, go ahead. That's a good question.
no, I just want to know how that works. I mean, you know, it's not common that couples work and live together. It could create issues, and you know, we know that. And some just succeed working together is because you have probably the same goal, the same vision.
Well, what happened was is that so fast forward
Same
after 2
bank,
years.
same-
Yeah. After 2 years, what had happened was is that she had asked me if I wanted to move to Oklahoma. I said no.
Really?
I'm not getting hit by a cow in a tornado. So that's what happened. So I showed up one night at 11 o'clock in the evening, knocked on her door unbeknownst to her, and I said, hey, I'm here. And I packed up her Jeep, didn't tell her about it, and we drove cross country back to California.
How long ago was that?
That was 2,555 days ago.
Wow.
Do the math.
Are you OCD?
Wow.
Yes. in LA.
Can you show us a little bit of what you do when
Yeah.
you work? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right.
So you got any cash in your pocket?
No, I'm sorry, I'm broke.
Oh, you're married. Okay. No. Close your
Okay,
eyes.
I'm going to close my eyes.
Close
I'll
your
sit
eyes.
up and I'll close
It's a little
my eyes.
demonstration.
I'm going to close my eyes too.
Yeah, close your eyes.
All right, what do you want from me?
You get like 3 different bills, different denominations.
Okay.
You concentrate on the amount.
Okay. You
Don't
want
say
all
it-
three
don't
of
say it
them?
out loud.
You want all 3 of them?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Can I get them back?
I don't want to touch them. I don't want to touch
Oh,
them.
okay.
Hold them in your hand like this.
Okay.
Okay.
All
They're in
right.
my hand like this.
Now ask Kimberly how much you're holding in your hand.
Ask Kim how much I'm holding in my hand.
If you repeat it, it's going to take twice as long.
How much am I holding in my hand, Kim?
Or 3 times.
Rick, I believe you're holding, is it about $16?
It's about,
Is it $16?
no.
No?
Is it?
Some of us go to public
Oh
school.
God, I'm sorry. My math is wrong. It is $16.
Show me.
Well, why could I couldn't figure that out myself? I had no idea how much money I had. I'm rich. Is this the change from last night's dinner?
That's the change. And you can buy a bathrobe with that.
Oh my God. Or a back rub. Okay, yes, I am. I'm sorry. It's $16. I didn't add up properly.
Okay, you know what? Keep your eyes closed.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
you have
keep
3
my
bills.
eyes closed.
Hand any of those 2 bills to Ina.
I get this back now.
Yes.
Okay.
She knows where you work.
No, I have
I know where you
I
live.
have to have lunch.
Okay, so you have 2 in your hand.
Yes.
You got me. Open your hand.
Yeah. I got
I want you to make sure you know what you have in your hand.
Yeah, I know. I'm good at math.
I want you to focus on the one you have in your hand and ask her which bill you're holding.
Me?
Ask her.
Ask Kimberly.
Kimberly, what bill am I holding?
Rick, are
Don't tell me
you,
it's the water bill. No.
Rick, are you holding a $1 bill in your hand?
Let me check. I'll let you know.
Okay.
Looks like a 1 to me.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay, Rick, I want to try something,
Okay.
I want both you and Ina to look at the serial number on that $1 bill.
Okay.
Don't say the numbers or anything, but I want you both to just really concentrate on just the first
I think
number.
it's counterfeit, but let's do it.
First number.
Concentrate on the very first number on the serial number.
And you know
for
what?
me.
And to make it simple,
Yeah.
if she gets the numbers correct, just in a loud verbal, just say yes to confirm it.
Okay.
Okay. Is the very first number you're both concentrating on, is it a 2?
Yes. Doctor.
Okay. The next one, both of you concentrate. Is it a 9? The next one's a 9.
It is.
Okay. The next number, I'm visualizing. Is it another 9?
Yes, it is.
Okay. I believe the next one is it a 6?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. The next one I am seeing is it a 3?
Yep.
Another 9.
Yep.
A 1.
Yep.
Now I believe that's 7 numbers. If I get this last one correct, would you both give me a big yeehaw?
Yep.
Is it a 0?
Yeah.
Yeehaw, baby.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, you guys are really connecting on that one. That was
Yeah.
good.
Well, you understand that to go through the Rick's mind is not too hard. He doesn't have hair to block it. So you know, but there's a little like a thing that flashes up on here.
Hey, Rick.
Yes.
Back of your head's bleeding.
Is it? Oh, Jesus Christ. It could be. You know, probably from
Kaboom!
from thinking
Couldn't
too
see
hard.
that coming.
This is
want
amazing. No, I got my change
amazing?
back. This is amazing stuff. This is what you guys do when you perform.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen this a few times with you, and it's like just freaks
Well,
me
you
out.
do magic.
I do magic. Well, yeah, I do magic, but what I do with her is more mind magic now. I mean, I don't do what Copperfield does. I don't make planes disappear. She makes money disappear really good.
Yeah.
That's her trick. Can I have
So
a
you
back
collect
rub now?
unemployment?
All right. I have a couple of questions before we have to close. What do you do about alone time? Because you're always together.
Alone, like getting alone? Oh,
like you belong to by
alone
yourself,
time.
yeah.
I'm talking like, what are you, a loan shark? Go ahead.
Well, one thing that we just recently did, it was about, I'd say it's about 3 weeks ago, we went to a dog shelter and we rescued the sweetest little Chihuahua. So we have a new baby and her name is Carmen.
Oh, you have Mexican food at night with the Chihuahua.
Yeah.
That's nice.
That's not alone.
I
That's
should have
together.
given you guys some pictures. That would have been cool to flash them up there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's nice. I love animals anyway. So if people want to find you, where are you performing so they can see you? And you have a website, which is?
Mindreadingwife.com. Once
Okay.
again, mindreadingwife.com.
Does she know what you're thinking at
Because
home all the time?
chubbyhubby.com was already taken.
You know, Chubby Hubby would be a good T-shirt.
chubbyhubby.com, right?
Yeah. Do you have does she ever know what you're thinking at home?
Welcome,
Can I answer that one?
Yeah.
welcome to my world.
It was so funny last night, but actually before we came here to do the show with you guys, I told him, I said, what are you planning on wearing? And the first thing out of his mouth, he didn't even respond. I said, are you gonna wear that black and white shirt, like that plaid? And he just looked at me. Well, I don't even need to talk. I was like, don't wear that shirt.
That's funny.
I was going to wear my bathrobe.
Yeah.
Well, yesterday he's texting me saying, I'm going to go get a snack.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, seriously, he's texting me, I'm going to go get a snack. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I said, well, are you heading into In-N-Out? And he goes, how did you know?
And I never
he
go to
never
In-N-Out.
goes there.
Wow.
You've got it too.
Yeah. Wow.
You've
Got
got
it
it.
Well, in
Welcome to his
closing,
world.
I want to thank you guys for being here. We could go a whole hour, but we're limited on time.
Yeah.
But this has really been fun, and I want to come to the Magic Castle and see you one night. I'll even
It
wear
would
a
be
tie.
awesome.
Yes.
Nice.
And
Well, I think the lapel mic looks perfect for a tie. It works good.
It does.
Yeah,
I'm
that'll
a
work.
little tied up, but I'll come and have the food, and we'll enjoy ourselves, and I'll bring
come
Ina.
too.
Yeah, she'll come with me, and I want to thank you for being here, and we'll do this again
Well,
sometime.
this was
Yeah,
fun.
we
I mean,
should.
show about
Yes.
relationships. I mean, there's a lot out there, but not where you can really be yourself. And
Right.
this is really cool. So thanks for having us.
Yes.
My pleasure.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
mine
I want to
too.
thank all of you for watching Tough and Tender. We'll be here again next week at 1 p.m., right?
Yes, we
And
will
I
be.
don't know what the topic's going to be, but
Mother's Day.
Oh, we're going to talk about Mother's
The
Day.
bathrobe
How could
and
I
a
forget
back
such a
rub.
thing? She's getting a back rub and a bathrobe.
Yes.
So be sure and tune in next Friday at 1 o'clock
Nice.
for Tough and Tender, where Ian and I will be here talking about back rubs for Mother's Day. Hi, I'm Rick Drayson, Tough and Tender. I'm here to answer all your questions on dating, relationships, the good side, the tough side, the tender side. Every Friday, 1 p.m. on emPOWERme.tv. I'd love for you to subscribe. I'll be here. We'll be discussing relationships and dating and all the good, the bad, the pitfalls, and the ugly of it. Stay tuned and watch me next Friday, 1 p.m. emPOWERme.tv. Subscribe now.